Welcome to this recording of the SolidWorks. You can access these sessions which are related to your first assessment task. So I will start with the first one, and that is generally the easiest one. And here we go to the first assessment. So assessment task one, it has an instruction page where you can find out all these shapes. So I'm going to start with the most simple one. That is a cam shape. So reading that, you have to make a part, and then these 2D sketches. Generally, they are being extruded for 5 mils, and then you add a material. That the material being aluminum 6061 series. That's an aluminum alloy. So the first thing you do is just capture the screen, and that part of the screen you bring that into your SolidWorks, making your job easier for making the part. So I did a snip, and that snip, I here need a sketch. For every sketch, the first step is to choose a plane. So I'm choosing the front plane to build up my sketch, and on this one, that is how you create a simple sketch on the front plane. Now I'm in a sketch. You see in the tree that this is being listed. I just go and paste the clipboard. So the pasting clipboard brings the image next to my drawing. So all I need is just understand what this shape is composed of. These are two circles, and at the top you have a circular arc, at the bottom you have a circular arc. So just following these dimensions are not difficult. So what I do is I started building a point from here, the second point here. So you notice both points have to be horizontal. And to enforce that relationship, I'm selecting both points. So these being selected here. And then I add a condition relationship to make them horizontal. And then you can add a dimension to this one, dimension of 75 according to the shape. So now I get a chance to override the dimension. This is 75. Next step, let's build up a circle with that center radius of 20. If I leave that circle like that, it is subject to change. It can easily change. So to prevent that, let's add a smart dimension. So smart dimension, now this is black. It has been frozen. I do the same thing for the second circle. So building the second circle with that center, the radius is 40. And now to freeze that diameter, prevent this from changing, I add a smart dimension to that. Okay. Now we got most of the shape constructed. The next step is I need an arc with a radius of 150. So I do that in a hand-free mode outside. So the radius is 150. And then to prevent the change of diameter, you freeze the diameter by adding a smart dimension to that. So this is being completed. Now I want to manually bring that shape as close as I can to the position. So this is good enough. Now I use the scroll button to zoom in. And to add a relationship between this circle and that circle, you need to select them both. So I select the first one, holding the shift, selecting the second, and now I add the relation of tangent. Now you notice there is a icon next to it. This icon indicates that these two circles are tangent. Later on, if you have to change it, you can click and remove that icon or the relation. So let's do the same thing or between this circle and that circle. So both circles being selected, we make them tangent. The icon is there. Next, I create another arc with a radius of 55 or a circle. Radius is 55. And let's add a smart dimension to that. Okay, so now approve and holding the circle by its center, bring that near the position and approve. Zoom in, select the circle, hold the shift, select the second circle, add a relationship. Approved. Do the same thing, select this circle, select the first circle, hold the shift, second circle, add a tangent relationship. Now this is almost complete. All we have to do is just trim the extras. To trim, you go here to the trim tool. The first one is trim, second is a tenth. Trim, select the power trim. Click outside the circle, drag over this part is being trimmed. Click, hold, drag, click, hold, drag, click, hold, drag. So now the shape is being finalized. I can save my sketch. This sketch is being finished. I can change the name if I want. There are multiple sketches. You can change them, but I leave it like that. To extrude this one, the first step before going from sketch to the feature, just make sure you choose the sketch. Now that being pre-selected, go to the feature, press extrude, and now I want to extrude that for 5 mil. So let's extrude that for 5 mil, and the shape is being generated. Now, how to add the material? Just right click on the material, edit. So add aluminum 6061 to that. This is an aluminum alloy. The rest are heat treatment. We don't care about the heat treatment. So the good thing with adding material is now you can estimate the weight of that shape based on that material. So you just can go to the tools and evaluate mass properties, and you notice that not only the mass is being calculated 105 grams, also you have the center of mass, you have the principal moments of inertia with respect to the centroid, and yeah, lots of useful information. These are very difficult to calculate. SolidWorks does them for you. But this shape is completed. You need to submit the native file together with your drawing. The next question is how you make a drawing from a 3D. So you want to make a two-dimensional drawing from the 3D. So that is quite easy. Once you construct your part, all you have to do is just save this, make sure you don't lose it. I can save this as figure 1 or whatever you like. Just, um, and then from file menu, I go to the make drawing from parts. That would bring a two-dimensional page with the table blocks in it. So the table block, according to the standard which have been chosen, they are here. Now I can include as many view as I want here. So for this shape, for this simple shape, maybe just the front view and the side view are enough. In more complex shapes, you can add even perspective or something else. So let's just keep the main shape over there. You can move it, or by selecting you can make that larger, smaller by changing the scale. I think that's large enough. So to make the dimensioning easier, I can go to the annotate, add some center line to this one, add a center line to here. Now this shape is ready for dimensioning. So I can go to the smart dimension and specify the distance between this circle and that circle, that is 75. Adding this dimension to here, adding this dimension. Yep. So that is this dimension, this one, and that one, right? So if you are not happy with the position of the dimension, you can drag and move them into another position, make them more readable. So generally speaking, we fill in that table, but for assessment purposes, you can leave them blank. And once this is done, you can generate a PDF by going here to say print, and then I choose an Adobe PDF writer, so that generates a file. But first, I want to make sure the view is okay. So this one is not okay. The page is not fully here. Let me go back to the page setup and make sure the page setup is correct. So here, I want to have A4, and this is a landscape, and let's have this one scale to fit and see what happens. Preview. So that is a landscape. um, make it portrait in the page setup. So let's make this one portrait, and now preview. That is the PDF you want. So if I click print, that would prompt you where do you want to save that PDF file. So you can create a PDF, and for every shape you generate, there must be a PDF associated with it. So hopefully that video helped you with the most simple assessment tasks.